spreads beyond border. Africa, let us refuse dictatorship. In whichever country, whether Museveni is, whether in Kenya, because in Kenya, I can see the making of dictators. And dictators are made by citizens remaining silent. We have had a few months, cases being withdrawn. Cases of fraud, rape, whatever murder, withdrawn, where the suspects are people in power. We have seen land grabbing cases, affidavits being saying there was no land grabbing. All these cases about people, not the ordinary people. Something is cooking in Kenya, and this is the making of dictatorship. I am here to stand in solidarity with Uganda, but to remind my fellow that our silence will be a dictator worse than we have ever seen. But always, by the relics of Juliani's song, Sister Simama Maovu ya Kitawala. As long as I have breath, I pray that I'll raise my voice if it is necessary. And that I am here to raise my voice in solidarity with East Africa. Any form of oppression, business, any form of state capture in Kenya, because it begins thinking that when we, the people, kindly let us make our individual and let's say with it and say there is leadership in Africa. I think discussing issues that are dear to them, remembering October, some of them departed, and those living, ability they received, and asking ourselves, what can we do to get ourselves out of these circumstances? I heard you saying that not all that glitters is gold. I think there is a recession of democracy all over the world, and Kenya is no exception. And that is why, in standing in solidarity, we remind ourselves that this is the price if we do vigilance, purposeful vigilance. Those who look like they're doing okay can do what they're horrified by. And I came at it, and one ourselves as leaders, as we depart today, is we do still suffering injuries that can, because that important attention must be given to that. We ask ourselves what we can revive us. Our description of brave is wanting. What I have heard and seen here today is what describes bravery. And they are still standing tall, saying Aluta, unapologetic about defense of democracy. And I heard both BESIGYE and Changulanyi ask or call for unity. We can't in this fight without unity, because united we stand, but divided we fall. And the oppressed hopes to divide. The old code of divide and rule is there even today. Divides people, the good and the bad. Today, of our countries, not just Uganda, themselves, unconsciously or consciously, the good that you don't want to call out are that is eroding, right? You don't want to call because you want to give them a chance. And I am here to say we should not give a minute, even a second. We should give no chance to people who have no respect for democracy and human rights. And recognizing that whatever as a leader, you do in the name of the people. And if you are not doing it in the name of the people, then you are illegitimate, because you have usurped space that belongs to the people to oppress them instead of working for them. I kept asking as I sat there, how can this happen? How can there be so much cruelty in a regime that prides itself to be working on behalf of the people? Because in all our countries go through some sort of elections, whether sham or otherwise, and then they celebrate. We don't have an army general. In Uganda, we have a president. In Kenya, Uganda, who claim victory at elections. So if you are working for the people, the position given to you, or you usurp people to commit the atrocities I've seen. We can only answer that by promising ourselves to free our minds, that we can take back our power and act. And when we have dictatorship, either because you want to maintain your job as a civil servant, a government office, sector, or wherever you are, because you want favor as a business person or as a citizen, expose those who stand up for rights. In Uganda, where 90%, even just 50% of the people are vocal about their human rights, refuse to be cowed. Imagine a Kenya where people refuse to be cowed, or any other country. There would be no room for the atrocities today witnessed through the media happening in Uganda and elsewhere. In Kenya, atrocities have happened, maybe not to as many. If you remember our 2017 elections, an electoral officer was murdered. Murder most foul. We have had people killed, witnesses, ICC witnesses. It doesn't matter at what time human rights are violated, whether because of personal issues, elections, or any other issue. They all happen because the person feels threatened by the person they attack, or you want people to fear. What has happened to the brothers and sisters who talked to here today is supposed to be a warning to others that this can happen to you. If a majority of us stand firm, we will help ourselves by creating safe space where we can agitate for our rights. So today, I'm talking combated because people in this room are already, they are already to defend us. I want to talk to citizens of East Africa, of Kenya, of Tanzania, of every East African country. And I want to say that it is your silence that in our communities who get tortured, who get killed, and it is your silence, our collective silence, that is helping dictatorship thrive in East Africa and in our individual countries. And if you think we are safe or you are safe, whichever country you belong to, if we continue this way, we will be submerged by dictatorship and violation of human rights. We were brave enough to fight the colonialists. We must be brave enough to fight our fellow black oppressors. It is not the color, it is the action. To our international friends, people say, show your friends, and I tell you who you are. Standing silent in the wake of violation, grave violation of human rights, erosion of democracy, and dictatorship within the East African region. It's an act that tells us that our friends as East Africans are doing, that they see fire and they are not coming to rescue. And I want to repeat what, or to echo what was said by BESIGYE and Changulani. Primary responsibility of wrestling the monster of dictatorship lies with us as citizens of East Africa, lies with the people of Kenya, the people of Tanzania, Rwanda, and that is why we are standing up here today. And there is no such a thing as standards of human rights for the developing nation and for the developed nation. A human being is a human being, in spite of the circumstances. So let us continue preaching, brothers and sisters, together to overcome. We will overcome. History is replete of hope. No dictator lives forever. And people under oppression, the apartheid regime of South Africa, it had settled. It was regime and nation. The time came, I don't mean the same, the Berlin Wall. I want to say to the